Hello again everyone, it is Carly from the Poetry of Dice, and I have my weekly sales update video for you guys. This is for both Etsy and eBay, and it's been a pretty good week actually. So I guess what I'll do is just kind of crack on and show you Etsy first and then eBay, and what I'll do is I will show you the item. I'll try and let you know where I bought it from, how much I purchased it for, and what the selling price was for the buyer. At the moment it does not include things like fees, and I have buyers pay their own shipping. I don't really do free shipping. It's very rare that I do that. But what I'll do at the end is let you know sort of what my, like the cost of items was, what my gross profit was, and then of course what my net profit was after all of those fees are taken into consideration. Okay, so here we go. The first thing here for Etsy is this like kind of southwestern Mexican style blanket. It was very cool. It was very nice pattern, great condition, had barely been used. I picked this up at a rummage sale for, when everything was parted out, it cost me 62 cents and it's sold today on Etsy for $124.95. So I think that's like, when we worked it out, it's about 201x is what it worked out as. So I think that is my best like turnover on a single investment that I've had so far actually, which is really exciting. 62 cents to about $125. And that was listed for probably around 6 weeks until that sold. Actually, I had quite a bit of interest on both eBay and Etsy. I did cross post it. Quite a few watches, quite a few questions, but today there was a taker, which was really exciting. Okay, the next thing, I only listed this for about a day before it sold. I picked this up in an estate sale not too long ago. Everything parted out was about $1.20 I paid for it. It was vintage, it was marked with a USA as well. It's kind of gold tone, silver tone, no precious metals here, and it's just like a golf club tie clip. And like I said, paid $1.20 and it sold for $19.95. These vintage gloves I've had for a long time. I picked these up for 50 cents at an estate sale. They were genuine leather. They were really, really beautiful. They were a fairly small size, I believe. I guess their time came with it being like fall, winter. Anyway, paid 50 cents and they sold for $24.95. This finally sold. I would not pick up ink stamps again, I don't think. I had a hard time selling these. I finally sold a Snoopy one a couple of months ago, and then this one finally went. So I paid $4 for this at a thrift store, which is a lot to pay for a single stamp. I kind of took a chance since it was a well-known character. It was used, and there's all the information there, a little bit of wear to it obviously, and it's sold for $19.95, so not a huge profit there, but I'm glad that it's gone with a little bit of money made on it. I was surprised by this one. So I picked this up at a yard sale, oh gosh, only 3 to 4 weeks ago I think. It took me a while to get listed. It kind of sat there for a while, but it's been up, I would say it was up about 2 days before it sold. I paid $2 for it at a yard sale and it sold for $29.95, like I said, within a day or two. So this was kind of my experiment. I have sold the Columbia ski jackets pretty well. I've had like the 90s color block kind of thing, and I haven't had much issue moving those at all, but I sort of wondered what all would happen if I took one of a similar style that wasn't a brand like Columbia, and apparently they're still popular. So look out for these keywords like 80s, 90s jacket. Color block is a big one there. Vintage windbreaker, ski jacket. These are the things that I kind of throw in. Obviously you need to make sure that it meets all those criteria before you use those keywords, but those are the keywords that I've used to attract attention to these listings, and they've done really well for me, so that's pretty cool. Okay, oh, pair of eyeglasses. Again, these were only up for like a day. It was a fast moving week on Etsy today in terms like this week in terms of what I was listing and what was selling. It was all kind of like off the top, like things that I'd listed were just going. Go figure. Okay, so I paid about $3 for these in a big lot of vintage glasses that I got off of eBay a little while ago. They were non-prescription lenses. They were actually demo lenses in there, and they sold for $34.95. And I thought they were really beautiful. They were a really cool color. If they'd have suited me, I would have kept them. Oh, and these were, so I paid 50 cents for these. It was just 5 random vintage Disney comic books. And there was where you can see some writing on here. Obviously it's come apart here. I made sure to feature that in the photographs, but inside a lot of the illustrations were still very good. So obviously I'm listing these as like craft supplies, scrapbook paper, and things like that for people to use in projects. Like I said, paid 50 cents at a yard sale, and they sold for, I have them down as 40 cents. I don't know, 50 cents at a yard sale, and they sold for $14.95. Okay, I picked these up at a rummage sale. Oh gosh, maybe 6 weeks ago, something like that. I paid 90 cents for these once everything was parted out. They are Dansko brand. They're obviously this Mary Jane style shoe. They were genuine leather, this nice kind of red burgundy with this detailing up front. You can see the brand there, and you can see a little bit of wear on them. Soles were in pretty good shape, and they actually sold for $44.95. And then this. So this is another one where it had taken a while to move, I'll be honest. It's been listed for maybe like 4 or 5 months. I paid $1 for it at a estate sale. It sold for $19.95. The difference with this is, just like with the sewing kit I sold several weeks back, I went back in and I sort of rethought some of my photographs. So, you know, I've got all my detailed photographs all the way through here, but beforehand when it was up, this was the only picture, this lower half here, and I decided I really needed to go ahead and show like 2 features on this thumbnail here, and I really think that's what made the difference, because just like with the sewing box, it sold within a week or 2 after modifying that image. So there's a tip. And I use picmonkey.com for doing the collages, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's free and it's easy. This went up and it sold within an hour. I picked this up about 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think it was, at the 9 Mile yard sale that I went to. Can you tell us late at night? I'm super tired. And I paid $1 for this. It was unused and it did come with its hardware, and it was really, really beautiful. It was gorgeous. And it sold, like I said, within an hour roughly for $14.95, I believe it was. Yeah, and the woman sent me a message that she has a Victorian themed house, and so this is going to go perfectly, which is really exciting. I'm glad that that's going to go there. Okay. Now I have vintage Christmas candles, obviously Santa shaped. I paid a total of 13 cents for these because it was a 50% off day at an estate sale. They were 25 cents originally. They charged me like 13 cents for them. There was a break in one, which I made sure to show in my photographs, as you can see here. But other than that, they're very sturdy. I just wrapped them super, super well. And they sold for $9.95. So, you know, not bad. This little Avon squirrel, he is a pin, but he also has this little space here, I guess, for a pendant. I think these are a dime a dozen. I do not do much Avon now. I got excited way back in the beginning when I found a bunch of Avon stuff, and then realized there's no need to be excited. Anyway, I paid 50 cents for this little guy, and he sold for $9.95. I guess fall was his time as well. I picked up this mug for 50 cents at a rummage sale not too long ago. You can see the Phantom mask there, 1986, and it sold for $24.95. And then this is a book I picked up at a yard sale not too long ago. I remember asking the lady, how much is this? And it was from 1876. It's The Last of the Mohicans. It was a beautiful antique book. Really, you know, there's some water damage and stuff. And again, all that is disclosed in my listing, but it is really beautiful. And the cover was particularly beautiful as well, in my opinion. And I remember asking her how much it was. She goes, oh, it's so old. Gosh, would $1 be okay? I'm like, sure, that'll be fine. It sold for $29.95. And then this, so obviously a lot of space, a lot of wear to the cover for Dumbo here, but inside the illustrations were really nice and clean. Really beautiful book still from the 1970s. And I've got down about $1. I think no, not $1, 25 cents. 25 cents I paid for this, and it sold for $7.95. So that works. And then I paid $2 for this Pendleton wool vest. It was in really nice shape as well, really nice pattern, size small women's, and it sold for $24.95. These I picked up last week at a rummage sale. I actually debated on not picking them up because of the scuff marks that you can see down here. And obviously I gave them a clean, but they've still got a lot of scuffs on them and things. But I figured, you know, I kind of filled my bag and I went back around and I thought, oh, go on, I'll throw them in. Why not? And see what I can do with them. So I paid about $1 for them when they were all parted out, and they sold overnight straight away when I listed them for $34.95. So yay. I love selling these kind of shoes. I do it a lot. And the very last thing on Etsy this week is this little guy here. He's a little vintage reindeer from the like 1950s roughly. He was a plush, but he had sawdust that was kind of coming out a little bit. He was definitely rough. You can see stains and a little hole and the wires coming out of his antlers, but he was super adorable. And he sold for $9.95, and I paid about 16 cents, 1/6 for him at a rummage sale. And that's it for Etsy. So my gross profit on Etsy this week was $502.10. And then I sold 2 of these today. I had 2 left. I had a total of 4 when I began. I had 2 left, and they both very randomly sold to 2 different people today for $12.99 a piece plus shipping. I paid $1.50 a piece at the thrift store, so I am now out of Pepsi shirts, and they've all gone to new homes. I took a best offer on this for $15 today because it has been sat forever and it is big to store. I paid 50 cents for this at a yard sale not too long ago, and it was cool. It was definitely like a neat piece. Early 90s probably, I would say, like a varsity style jacket, but it definitely had some wear. You can see some cracking and stuff in the I'm not going to say leather, pleather, whatever you want to say, and you know, a few marks and stuff. So $15, I was happy enough, and buyer paid shipping. Oh, just another one of my little glasses cases like I usually sell. 25 cents I paid for this at a yard sale, sold for 10. This I picked up for $2 at a yard sale. I like my Biltmore stuff. It seems to go pretty well. And the comps were suggesting it sells around 15, but I felt like that was really low. So I put it up for 30, and it sold at full asking price. They did not use best offer, and they paid shipping. And it's just like a tile, like a trivet tile that you can, I don't know, do stuff with. I don't know. This I picked, this sold for $12.99 full price, and I picked it for 63 cents at a rummage sale. I didn't know which one she was, and she was, what was she, 2008. Make sure to always put eye color and hair color in when you're doing these kind of things, because people look for that. Vintage American Eagle shirt. Here's the label in case you're wondering. Made in the USA, and I picked this up in a estate sale for $2, and it sold for full asking price $34.99 with buyer paying shipping, and that went overseas with global shipping program. This I picked up for $2 at that very same estate sale, and it sold for, I took a best offer I think of 15, and buyer paid shipping. Just a Gap corduroy shirt. Oh, I picked this up for $5 at a yard sale. It was, it's like genuine solid oak whatnot, but it was for storing, I guess, like firewood and things like that. I had a field day with learning those keywords. Here's the sticker, genuine oak, handcrafted in Taiwan. I actually took a best offer of $50 with buyer paying shipping, which is not too bad from $5 investment. I got these a couple of weeks ago at that 9 Mile yard sale as well. I paid $1 for the whole little set here of all like these little dolls new in box and the accessories, and I took a best offer of $15 with buyer paying shipping. I took a best offer of $13 for this hat because honestly it sat around for ages. I probably wouldn't get this again, something like this again, and I think I paid $3 for this at a thrift store, so there was only about a $10 profit, and after fees not even that much to be made, but you know, at least it's gone and I didn't lose money on it, so that's good. You live, you learn. And this very last thing, I took a best offer of $12.74 is what they paid. I'm guessing this was on sale because that would be a really weird offer. And so $12.74 they paid for it, and then they paid shipping on top of that, and I picked it up for 62 cents at the same rummage sale that I picked up the like southwestern blanket that I showed you right at the beginning of the video. So here's my numbers for this week. And my gross profit this week before fees or anything like that was $723.79. I spent on product everything I showed you today. The total amount that I spent on those items was $40.16, and my net profit this week after fees, that's including listing fees, final value fees, the fees for having an eBay store, PayPal fees, and the cost of the items, everything taken away, my net profit was $645.79. Not bad for a part-time week. All right, guys, I hope you had an amazing week. You had some really cool sales now that we're heading into fourth quarter. Let me know what your best ones were. I would love to find out what stuff you guys are selling as well, what's doing well for you. And I hope you have an amazing holiday weekend. Thank you so much, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.